Okay, for this next lesson, we're going to be doing a cardinal. Cardinals are one of the most easily recognizable birds in North Louisiana because they are a bright red, or the males are. The females look very much like the males, but they're more of a brown. What you're going to need for this lesson is a pencil, paper, make sure you've got a good eraser, colored pencils. You can pretty much use anything you want for this, any type of medium to color it. I'm going to be doing pastels today to show you how to do a really simple, really fun, really easy male cardinal. So this next thing we're going to be drawing is a cardinal. This is one of my favorite birds to go looking for in my yard because they're always around this area this time of the year. This little guy is going to be easy to recognize if you've not seen one before, or you don't think you've seen one before. Once we get going, it's going to click. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to put a circle right here on the side of our paper, and I'm going to draw dark so everybody can see, hopefully. This is going to be our cardinal's head, all right? So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put his beak over here on the side, and we're going to start just above the midpoint of this circle and come out and down and then back towards the original circle here. So it looks kind of like a sideways ice cream cone. Now his beak needs to come into his face, just like that, and then back down. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase this line right here because we don't want to see that in our finished piece. If you drew lightly, it'll be easy to erase. I did not draw lightly, so it's going to show up just a little bit, but that's okay. Over here, we're going to draw his eye, just like that, and we're going to give him a little pupil because he's going to be looking straight at us. Okay, draw the line down his beak. This is the top and this is the bottom. Now cardinals have a black mask around their beak and around their eye. So we're going to start right here and we're going to draw a line that goes behind his eye, back down his cheek, and under where his chin is. Now this comes down onto his neck just a little bit, and it goes back out like that. Now, I know that looks really crazy, but I promise this is going to be beautiful in a minute. So take your pencil and you're going to draw that line all the way down to the bottom of the page, just like this. Now over here is where we're going to draw his crest. We're going to start right here where his mask is, and we're going to draw those feathers of his crest, just like this. Now you can be really neat with this, or you can be a little messy. Either way is going to be fine. I'm just going to be a little messy with mine and give him a little crest like that. And the back of his head goes down his neck, or this line goes down his neck to the side of the page, just like that. Now this looks a little weird, and that's okay. I'm going to take my Sharpie, or you can use any black marker that you've got, and outline the outer part only to begin with, just like this. Do not go inside yet, just go around the outside of your cardinal, just like that. Now once you've got the outside done, you can go back in and outline his mask. Just do his mask for this part right here, okay? Then you can do his eye, and I'm going to go ahead and fill in that part. That's his pupil. There you go. And then finish with his beak. All right, now you'll notice that I did not use my Sharpie to go over this line right here. That's because we're going to erase that. We don't want this in our finished picture. I'm going to give him his little nostril right there. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and fill in his mask with this Sharpie, because I think it would be a really cool contrast with the pastel that we're going to be using again on this bird. So I'm going to go ahead and fill this in just quickly. And you'll notice that it's not smooth. It doesn't have to be a smooth edge on this. I'm even going to put some of those little feathers over his beak, just like that. Bring this out a little bit. Okay, now I've got to get an eraser, and I'm going to erase this line right here. Okay, so I've got my good eraser right here, and I'm going to take it and get rid of that very first circle we drew right there. Okay, and if you have any little lines peeking through like this, you can go ahead and erase those as well. Now, you have got a really good cardinal that you can color any way you like. Now, again, you can use crayons, you can use colored pencils, you can even paint it with watercolor if you have watercolors or acrylics. Whichever one you want to use is great. I think I'd like to do it similar to the barn owl that we did. And I'm going to use orange first to do his beak with my pastel. Be sure to spread it in there with your finger. Look at that beautiful color on there. Very bright, very pretty. Then I'm going to take my red and I'm going to fill in the rest of my bird with the red. Don't forget to spread it around with your finger a little bit. It's okay if you get out of the lines with it. That's what makes it unique. Super easy, super quick little project. You can make it as detailed or as simple as you like. You can put a really cool background in there if you want to just leave it one color or even leave it blank. You could do that. His eye needs to be brown, so I'm going to use this really pretty sienna color here and fill in his eye just like that. Okay, and if you have a white, you can even do something called a highlight right in the top of his eye. There you go. And there's your male cardinal. Good job.